Hair is a remarkable feature of our bodies. It does more than just frame our face. Hair provides warmth, a measure of protection against the elements. It also plays a significant role in our identity and self-expression. Think about how a new hairstyle can make you feel. Understanding your hair begins with knowing what it truly is. It is a biological filament growing from specific structures within our skin. Each strand tells a story of its own growth and development. We often focus on its appearance, but its underlying biology is fascinating. So, what is hair fundamentally made of? The primary component is a strong protein called keratin. This is the same protein that makes up your skin and nails. Keratin is a tough, fibrous structural protein. It is built from various amino acids, linked together in a specific way. These chains of amino acids give hair its strength and structure. Think of it like a rope made of many smaller threads twisted together. This protein framework is crucial for hair's resilience. It allows hair to withstand daily stresses like brushing and styling. Hair does not just appear on the surface of your skin. It grows from a tiny pocket-like structure called the hair follicle. Each hair on your body has its own follicle. These follicles are embedded deep within the dermis, the second layer of your skin. You can imagine the follicle as a miniature organ. Its sole purpose is to produce a hair strand. The health and activity of this follicle directly determine the health and growth of your hair. Therefore, caring for your scalp, where these follicles reside, is essential for healthy hair. Within each follicle, there are several important parts. At the base lies the hair bulb, which is like the control center for hair growth. Inside the bulb is the dermal papilla. This structure contains tiny blood vessels. These blood vessels supply the nutrients needed for hair cells to divide and grow. The follicle also connects to a sebaceous gland. This gland produces sebum, an oily substance. Sebum helps to lubricate the hair and keep it waterproof. Understanding these components helps us appreciate the complexity of hair production. The growth of a hair strand is a dynamic process. It begins deep within the hair follicle, specifically in the hair bulb. Here, specialized cells are constantly dividing and multiplying. As new cells are formed, they push older cells upwards. These older cells move up through the follicle. During this journey, they undergo a process called keratinization. This is where they fill with keratin and harden, forming the visible hair shaft. This continuous production and upward movement is what we perceive as hair growth. It is a carefully orchestrated biological event. This active period of hair formation is known as the anagen phase. It is the first and longest phase in the hair growth cycle. During anagen, your hair is actively growing longer. Think of it as the growth spurt for each individual hair strand. The cells in the hair bulb are dividing rapidly. They are working hard to build the hair shaft. This phase is incredibly important. It dictates how long your hair can potentially grow. A healthy anagen phase means robust and sustained hair growth. It is the powerhouse of your hair's journey. The duration of the anagen phase varies greatly. It can last anywhere from 2 to 7 years, or even longer for some individuals. This variation is largely determined by your genetics. It also influences the maximum length your hair can achieve. For example, the hair on your head has a much longer anagen phase. This is why it can grow very long. Compare this to your eyelashes or eyebrow hairs. Their anagen phase is much shorter, only a few months. This is why they remain relatively short. So, the anagen phase is key to understanding hair length differences. Several critical activities occur during the anagen phase. Media group, animation of cell activity during anagen phase, infographic listing. Anagen phase functions at stalk at distribute _ equally. As mentioned, cell division is at its peak. This provides the building blocks for the new hair. Simultaneously, specialized cells called melanocytes produce pigment. This pigment, melanin, gives your hair its natural color. The amount and type of melanin determine if your hair is black, brown, blonde, or red. All these processes happen within the protected environment of the follicle. It ensures the new hair is strong, colored, and ready to emerge. This phase truly is a marvel of cellular activity. Hair growth is not a continuous, unending process for each strand. Each hair follicle operates on its own cyclical schedule. This means that while one hair might be actively growing, another might be resting or preparing to shed. This cycle ensures that you do not lose all your hair at once. It maintains a relatively consistent amount of hair on your scalp over time. After the active anagen phase, the hair transitions through other distinct stages. Understanding these stages helps to normalize the experience of hair shedding. It is a natural and necessary part of healthy hair. The first of these transitional stages is the catagen phase. This phase is relatively short, typically lasting only 2 to 3 weeks. During catagen, the hair follicle begins to shrink. The deeper portion of the follicle starts to collapse. Growth stops, and the hair strand detaches from its blood supply in the dermal papilla. The hair bulb also starts to break down. Think of this phase like a plant at the end of its growing season. It stops actively growing and starts to prepare for a period of rest. It is a crucial step before the hair enters its resting period. Following catagen, the hair enters the telogen phase. This is also known as the resting phase. During telogen, the hair strand remains in the follicle, but it is no longer growing. It is fully formed and keratinized. The follicle itself is dormant for a period. This phase can last for about 2 to 4 months. While the old hair is resting, a new hair often begins to form in the follicle beneath it. This new hair will eventually push the old, resting hair out. It is important to remember that this resting state is perfectly normal for a percentage of your hair at any given time. Finally, we have the exogen phase. This is essentially the shedding phase. The resting telogen hair is released from the follicle and falls out. This shedding makes way for the new anagen hair that has been growing underneath. It is completely normal to lose around 50 to 100 hairs per day as part of this natural exogen process. You might notice these hairs on your brush, in the shower, or on your pillow. This is not usually a cause for alarm. It simply means your hair follicles are actively cycling, pushing out old hairs to make way for new growth. Many different elements come together to influence your hair's growth and overall health. It is rarely just one single thing that determines how your hair looks and behaves. Instead, a combination of internal and external factors plays a crucial role. Understanding these influences can empower you to make better choices for your hair care. Some of these factors are within your control, while others are predetermined. Recognizing this interplay is key to setting realistic expectations for your hair. Healthy hair is often a reflection of overall well-being and good practices. Key factors significantly impacting hair growth include genetics. Your genes largely dictate your hair's thickness, texture, color, and growth cycle length. Hormonal balance is also vital. Hormones like androgens and thyroid hormones can affect hair growth patterns. Imbalances can lead to hair thinning or loss. Nutrition plays a critical role too. Your hair needs essential nutrients like proteins, vitamins, especially B vitamins, C, D, E, and minerals such as iron and zinc to grow strong. A deficiency in any of these can compromise hair health and slow down growth. Beyond genetics, hormones, and nutrition, other aspects matter greatly. Scalp health is paramount. A clean, healthy scalp provides the optimal environment for hair follicles to thrive. Good circulation to the scalp ensures nutrient delivery. Conversely, conditions like dandruff or inflammation can impede growth. Stress is another major factor. High levels of chronic stress can sometimes push more hairs into the telogen, or resting, phase prematurely. This can lead to noticeable shedding, a condition known as telogen effluvium. Managing stress is therefore beneficial for your hair too. Taking care of your hair involves simple, science-backed practices. Be gentle with your hair. Avoid harsh chemical treatments or excessive heat styling that can damage the hair shaft. Cleanse your scalp regularly with a mild shampoo suitable for your hair type. Focus on a balanced diet rich in the nutrients mentioned earlier. Consider a gentle scalp massage to boost circulation. Manage stress through activities like yoga, meditation, or exercise. Your hair is a living part of you. Nurture it with care and patience, and it will reflect your efforts with health and vitality.